Tunde and Jide were born into the same world, a world of hardship. Their home was a small one-room apartment in a forgotten part of the city. Their mother sold vegetables at the roadside, and their father took any job he could find just to keep food on the table. Growing up, the brothers often went to school hungry and slept on torn mats. Yet, despite sharing the same roof, the same struggles, and the same pain, the two boys grew into completely different men. Tunde, the fighter. From a young age, Tunde hated the feeling of helplessness. Whenever their mother cried over unpaid bills, he would clench his fists and whisper to himself, I will change this. He studied under the streetlights when there was no electricity. He worked after school, washing cars, carrying loads at the market, anything that could earn money for his fees. There were days he wanted to give up, but the memory of hunger always pushed him forward. Years passed. He got a scholarship to the university, later secured a stable job, then started a business. It was slow at first, but he remained persistent. Eventually, success arrived. He built a house for his parents, lifted them out of poverty, and became a source of inspiration in the community. Jide, the escape. Jide, on the other hand, believed life was unfair. He resented poverty so deeply that he convinced himself that the world owed him something. Instead of studying, he spent most of his time associating with street gangs. He began stealing to balance the scales, then turned to drugs to numb the guilt and frustration. Whenever his family pleaded with him to change, he shouted, You don't understand. It's poverty that made me this way. He dropped out of school, and soon the police knew him by name. Prison cells became familiar, but even there he always blamed life, the government, his parents, anyone except himself. The reunion years later, their father grew ill and was admitted to the hospital. The two brothers reunited by his bedside. Tunde arrived in a neat suit, calm, responsible, and focused. Jide arrived with trembling hands and tired eyes, worn out from addiction, regret heavy on his shoulders. Their father raised his weak voice and said, Life didn't give any of you comfort, but life gave both of you choices. Tunde chose to fight. Jide chose to escape. My sons, the world is not shaped by what happens to you. It is shaped by what you decide to do. Tears rolled down Jide's face. For the first time, he saw the truth. Poverty wasn't the reason he failed. His choices were. Moral lesson. We may not be able to choose the circumstances we are born into, poverty, loss, rejection, or hardship, but we can choose how we respond. Some will use pain as fuel to rise. Others will use the same pain as a justification to fall. In the end, our decisions, not our conditions, shape our lives.